Jerusalem. Today is Tuesday morning. It's the 22nd of June. It is the 13th of Tammuz. In 4 more days, on the 17th of Tammuz, we begin 3 weeks of mourning the destruction of Jerusalem. Before the morning of destruction of Jerusalem, I wanted to study together the psalm and that deals with the significance of Jerusalem. What Jerusalem represents, what is the importance, and why do we have so many fast days commemorating Jerusalem? And today I want to start with Psalm 48. The Lord is great and very much praised in the city of our God, the mount of his sanctuary. So first, the psalmist begins with describing how great the Lord is. The Lord is great, and he's very much praised. All over the world, people praise him. The Lord is so great, people praise him. But then he goes on, no, he says, in the city of our God. So he calls it in the city. It's a certain place, and it's the city of the Lord, our God. Ir Eloheinu. And then he calls it not only in the city, he goes to a smaller location, the mountain, Har Kodsho, his sanctuary. So God is great, praised by all, but then the focus is on the city. The focus is on the mountain, because the mountain is the center of the city. It's the location of God's presence in the world. And then the psalmist begins with describing the beauty of Jerusalem. The beauty of Jerusalem is Yefei Nof. Nof in Hebrew is the beauty of a tree. The beauty of as we see, the tree has so many leaves and it's so beautiful. So the fairest of branches, the beauty of the branches, the beauty of Jerusalem. But also, it comes from the word that expresses love. Our scholars say it even comes from the word nympha, which is the love of the Greek love. And so they're talking about a love, the beauty. Mesos kol haaretz. Not only a static beauty, it's a beauty that brings happiness, joy upon the entire earth. Har Zion, Mount Zion, the mount of God. Yarkitei Tzafon. Now we have to remember that the Temple Mount is on the north of the city. The city of David. Those of you who are a little familiar with the topography, the geography of Jerusalem, we know that the Temple Mount is on the northern part of the city of David. And it's also a play on words, because at the time there was Baal Zephon, who was a godly idol. And so God, he was on the north, is stronger than the Zephon. Kiryat Melech Rav. Now the word Rav is big. Now there's a play on words. Is the city big, or is the king big? So it's the city of a great king, or the great city of a king. And this is what we see in verse 3, if we spoke about, in verse 2, we spoke about how great the Lord is, and he's praised in his city. How is he praised in his city? By the beauty of the city, by the royalty palace of the city of a great king. Elohim be'armenotea. God is in its palaces. Of course, God doesn't have to be inside the palace. But God is, when you look at the palaces and you see the beauty of Jerusalem filled with palaces, and we know that God is great. What? And we know that God is great. Known as a stronghold. Noda lemisgav. He's known as a stronghold. אתה שמעת אותי? Elohim be'armenotea nogda lemisgav. God is in his palaces. He is known as a stronghold. For behold, and we know the city is a city where kings come. Behold, the kings have assembled. They have passed together. The kings have assembled and they have passed together. We're talking about a city of kings meeting, a city of a conference city, a city where kings meet. Heima ra'u, kain tamahu, nivhalu nechpazu. They saw, so they wondered, they were startled. Yeah, they were bewildered. And this is what we see here. And again, we have a policeman here who's bothering me, not doing his work instead of protecting her. אני נמצא פה 4 דקות. אנחנו בדרך כלל פה 20 דקות.
שאלתי אותך, נכון? שאלתי אותך, אתה לא
אמרתי לך,
מקשיב, אתה
אתה
לא עונה.
מפריע לי פעם
אני לא
אחר פעם.
מפריע, אני לא
אתה
מפריע,
מפריע
עכשיו
לי.
הגעתי לפה.
תעזוב אותי בבקשה.
אני פה נמצא.
אוקיי, אז תהיה שם, אז אוקיי, אז אתה פשוט מפריע. אתה פשוט מפריע.
תתקדם עוד משהו,
אתה פשוט בא לפה כדי להפריע לי. במקום לשמור עלינו. במקום להגן עלינו. אתה פשוט מפריע. Unfortunately, I apologize for the anger. Just this policeman here today is bothering us instead of protecting us. So God is in his palaces. He is known as a stronghold. So we see that when you see the palaces, when you see there's a city that has palaces, when you see there's a city where kings come to, you know it's a city that expresses the royalty of the land. But not only one king. Ki hinei hamelachim, the kings have assembled. They have passed together. They saw, so they wondered. They were startled. Yeah, they were bewildered. And look what it says here. Re'adah chazatam. A quake seized upon them. A quake. That means they were filled with understanding that the Lord is here, but also the understanding of his strength. What is his strength? Chil kayoleda. Like a woman in confinement. You feel that's how great God is. You feel the greatness of the Lord. You feel the greatness of the Lord when you see a child being born, when you see a woman in labor and giving birth to a child, giving life to the world. What we see is that God gives life to the world. He's in the beauty, in the palaces, in the kings, in the fact that this is a city of worship of God. With an east wind, God can easily break ships. We see that the people, how did the kings come to Jerusalem? The kings came to Jerusalem by airplanes. No, at the time they came in by boats. So God is so strong when the kings who came to the land saw how strong he is, even with ships, he can break ships. And then the psalmist continues, as we have heard, so we have seen. The kings are saying, wow, what a great thing. We heard that the city of Jerusalem is a city of leadership, it's a city of kingdom. And we heard that. And now we see it with our own eyes. In the city of the Lord of hosts. In the city of our God. God shall establish it forever and ever. That's what the kings are saying. They're coming here not just to meet. They're coming here to talk about the greatness of the Lord. That's what they're here for. They're here to talk about the greatness of the Lord. And so here, from Zion, the idea of the greatness of the Lord is expressed. Diminu Elohim chasdecha. We hoped, this is what the kings say, O Lord, for your kindness in the midst of your temple. We're here in the Jerusalem. We're here in the temples. We saw your strength. And we saw that what we heard is happening. And therefore, we see, Kishimcha Elohim, as in your name, O God, so is your praise upon the ends of the earth. Your right hand is full of righteous. Your hand is full of righteous. We see, Shalom, Phil. Yeah, we see your hands. And then what do the kings say to each other? They call all the nations. Sobu Tzion ve'akifua. Encompass, surround Jerusalem. Go around Jerusalem. Count its towers. Count them, each one of them. See how beautiful, how great it is. Shitu libchem lechela. Pay attention to its walls. See what the strength of the city. Pasgu arbenotea. Go up to the top of their palaces. Why? Leman tesapru ledor achron. So that you should tell and share what you saw with the further generations. For this is our God. Ki zeh Elohimu Eloheinu olam ved. This is our God forever and ever. And he shall lead us as in youth. And so finally, the Psalm 48 describes the kings coming to Jerusalem. And describes the beauty of the palaces of Jerusalem. And describes the strength of Jerusalem. And describes that the kings are seeing what they're seeing. And today in our time, when we see kings of the world coming to Jerusalem, it's a small little city. The state of Israel, population less than 10 million. But leaders from all over the world come and see with their eyes what they heard with their ears. And they understand that God is here with us and he will be here forever and ever. From one side to the other side of the universe. And this is where his kingdom is. And it's our job, our mission, our assignment to announce it to the world and to say the Jewish people came back home to the land so that we should once again announce his kingdom of the world. And this is what we're doing it from over here. So to all of you, Shalom, Shalom from the holy mountain of Zion, the holy place of the temple, the holy land of Israel, the holy city of Jerusalem, of love, city of love and the city of Shalom. And I'm blessing you all. Shalom from Jerusalem. Here we're going out, and I'm standing here on the eastern side of the temple, the main entrance of the temple, where the sun comes up from the east and prostrates to God in the west. And so do we. We come up and we prostrate to God. And this is the arches that you can see before the building were the original location of the original arches of the gates of the temple. Shalom and blessings to all of you from Jerusalem. He should bless you. He shall protect you. He shall illuminate his light upon you, and he shall fill your life with his favor, raise his face upon you, and put shalom upon all of us.